October 18th, 2024. I'm tired. It's been a lot. A whole lot. You know, I get so tired of the E. It's like, it's like a hurricane. I dreamed up in Ravenna I was in the middle of a hurricane, and the winds would rip around, hit me, pull back out. And in the middle of the hurricane, it was peaceful. It was Dave, me, the kids, the grandkids, living our life. And then the wind would push in and hit me and then pull back out. You couldn't see for the winds. But we were all safe right in the middle. And I got up and I made a video talking to Dave. But isn't that sort of what's going on? It's a hurricane of a case that never got cleaned up. We have the human traffickers. We have the victims' families, okay? And the people that I keep meeting that got hurt or that lost a family member by the same people they hired to hurt me. I have the drug dealers laughing in my face how they drugged me and told me say stuff, photoshopped washing, made everything up on me. Then I have people laughing at me that Agent John was helping them. And it's just like a hurricane. And then for me almost being killed, raped, and tortured, it's just like a hurricane of a case that never got cleaned up. You know, that's where FBI agents have an exceptionally high IQ. Okay? You have to have one to be one. Okay. They portray FBI agent John that he's dumb as a box of rocks. Do you ever, and see, that's where I've always wondered. He's either dirty as hell and don't give a fuck about anybody, or he's a better poker player than anybody. See, on the news up in Akron, they said the despicable act of some law enforcement feeding women and children back to the drug dealers to get the drug dealers. It should never happen. Despicable is evil and cruel. So they show up. I call the FBI hotline. I've had 4 attempts on my life. I got witnesses of them admitting it's been them. I have a witness of them impersonating me, costing me a job. And these idiots drug me up so bad I can't get back to call that agent back when he leaves a voicemail after the hotline. Okay? They walk into a federal police office, a drug dealer, a pimp, with another pimp, an occult leader, my ex-husband, and a prostitute. It's like a bad joke. They walk in and they're trying to impersonate a judge, a retired judge, and his daughter, and they're drug dealers. And one's trying to impersonate a doctor. Okay? With an occult leader. With the whole reason they tried to kill me, of all absurd reasons, because someone called me a faker 15 years ago, and I heard the crazy bee Katie that cheats with my brother-in-law Tim was in there, was trying to say I was mean to her, and I hadn't talked to her in 15 years. I mean, I take that back, 7 years. 7 years. I hadn't talked to her in 7 years. And I found out she was the one in there. Me. Okay? Now, does a federal cop care that somebody said they were mean to him? Do you think he didn't realize or have somebody look into it and find out that Katie was dating Tim, my brother-in-law? Strangest kid. Do you think he would care that strange and occult leader called me a faker from 15 years ago? No. That's childish, idiotic, and insanity. But do you think he cared that a man came in and impersonated a judge? Hell yeah. And another one's impersonating a doctor, and it's a cartel? Hell yeah. Oh, and they're drug raping some woman for any reason? selling kiddie porn of little kids going potty for any reason, and drugging people up for fake confessions, fake sodium pentothal reports. And they have a photoshopped of washing in their own personal stocking tapes. Who does he care about? The drugged up rape victim they're scamming? Or the drug dealers and pimps that just walked into his office with a scam? Who did he really want? The pimp. Where to get his drugs that make people sleepwalk. Their fake sodium pentothal reports. Do you ever think he's a better poker player than Pete? See, I've always wondered, he's either dirty as hell or he's the most cunning man in the world. Going out there acting like a crazy cult person, like he'd actually go along with it. Huh? Get that Pete to have the cartel show up. Over 1,000 went to jail. Saved over 300 kids. He sacrificed me, which we still need to talk about that, John. My money. We need to talk. See, we're gonna put it this way. Do you ever think, who did he really want? He wanted Pete and his drug connections. Where they've always said they wanted his drug connections. We gotta think there was a retired judge in Florida that was human trafficking people. There was another, I found out, a retired judge in Texas human trafficking people. So this guy's saying he's the Ohio one? See, and that's where they kept saying they wanted someone's drug connections up there. Now, where I confronted the Portage County Sheriffs and they denied any knowledge of any of these people hurting me before or that they were in my home, that they knew nothing. So are you going to tell me what Portage County Sheriff would actually be messed up in the drug cartel? Breaking constitutional laws of right to privacy, and that is helping the drug cartel drug people for fake confessions and then photoshopping washing and a drug scam on a victim and selling kiddie porn. Which one is in with the drug cartel? Because they're looking for people's drug connections out there. And like they said, what these people are saying is sick. Where there's people even said if any of her kids would have put their name on it, they would have to go to jail. Well, of course they would. Because they're going to say, gotta think how sick this is. Dave's been planning my death since 03. When Strange thought I caught Tim and Katie together. And how they were going to take care of it. Waited till he found somebody else he really wanted. And then told him. And they already had it set up. Okay? Now you're going to say some child I gave birth to brought into this world. Not only was helping their dad cheat, but because he was cheating, they were going to have their own, very own mother drugged, beat, and raped. They were going to have me human trafficked. They were going to sell kiddie porn of not only their own kids, but other children going potty. Run a sextortion scam of photoshopping a showering and date rape drug confessions and had me human trafficked and almost murdered. So you're trying to say my kids are human traffickers and they're vile, evil people that were helping their father kill people and try to extort money. Like they said, if her kids ever put their names on any of that, the police would have to arrest them. It's sick what these people are saying. Because where I confronted him and the police taped him, like John on Thanksgiving of 18, when I asked him what's going on, I don't know. His ex-wife Melissa would just have the kids make up something because of the divorce. But don't worry about it, Mom. Nobody could say anything bad about you. She'll have her church people make up something too, but trust me, nobody could say anything bad about you. Don't worry about it. That's like, well, you shouldn't have said anything. Well, I did, but since nobody can say anything bad about you, don't worry about it. Then even the asshole, because I expected him to defend me, Karen, you're good to the kids, you're good to the grandkids, you never hurt anyone, you're good to everyone, no matter who it is. Okay? Go to Josh. I've never done anything bad or wrong. He said, I never said you did. Okay? Go to Josh and, Danny and Jen. And they defend me. Told them people are making up weirdo molester stuff. Where on earth would they get that one from? And Jen's like, boy, would they be lying, and their pants would burst in flame. And then on Christmas Eve of 22, totally denied that they knew any of this. They knew the door got kicked in on the 6th day. They didn't know about the button cameras. They didn't know about the shower scene in the other room. They didn't know about that weird Eric that they were talking about, confessing that all the tapes before were him and not me. It was done for a stunt for people to turn on me, and they fell for it. That they knew I had giant bruises, throwing up, heart racing, almost passing out, but they didn't know people were drunk and beating me. They weren't an accessory to it and telling me to say stuff, and neither did the kids. But like what they said, you people are saying is sick. It's quite evil. So you're trying to say my children, and they never got any money. Michelle never got any money. No one did. They lied that they were passing out my informant money. The law states you cannot see somebody's money, but due process of the law, you have to be found guilty and then sued for it. Otherwise, it's straight out theft and embezzlement. They were passing out cartel money where they were selling all those women and children. Like people said, it's blood money they're passing out. Nobody ever got any money. You can't just steal from somebody. You can't withhold protection either. You cannot be in somebody's home but protect a like case with statements. Do you know any officer breaking the Fourth Amendment for every constitutional right broke is 1 to 10 years, and it's what, $10,000 to $100,000 fine? They can't ask you to stay quiet either. They're only cops. I've talked to the police, criminal attorney, and prosecutor's office. It takes a judge. First Amendment. Right to privacy in your home. No one can be in your home but police and agencies under a threat of life with statements and a court order. It's the Fourth Amendment. And you also have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney. People cannot violate you and exploit you. Like they said, people are thinking stupid. Nobody could do this. And did you ever think FBI agent John was playing all that? Because, like they said, trust me, we were never interested in you. Well, of course not. Why would they be interested in a drugged up rape victim that some drug dealer's running a scam on? That would be stupid.